Flick has apparently punished Frenkie de Jong. FIFA are trying to sell the World Cup for $20 billion. Ferran Torres is staying for now. And the Álvarez deal, it is dead, guys. It is not happening. There is a lot to get through today, and some of it is going to wind you right up. So do me a favor, stick with me right to the end for this one, because that Frenkie story in particular, it's got a real twist to it. Hello, welcome here to the channel and welcome back, guys. I really do appreciate all of the support, all of the kind words down in the comments. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight to it, because we do have to begin with the Frenkie de Jong story, because there's a real twist emerging here. So preseason is underway. Barça have come over to England. They've set up a training camp and they're facing Birmingham. And it was interesting, guys, because it seemed like a very late call that Frenkie de Jong was even included in this tour. He's injured. He can't play. He's out for a significant amount of time. So why drag him all the way to England? Well, what we're hearing in the media, and I'll stress, these are rumors. We're talking about what's being speculated here, is that it was Flick's call. Flick's call and Flick's call only. Flick apparently turned around and said, "You're coming, injured or not." And here's the twist, guys, because according to the reports, once Frenkie was told he had to travel, that he was going to be allowed to just stay behind in Barcelona and do his recovery at home, he wasn't happy. Apparently, he went to Deco, he went to Laporta to question that decision, and he was told, no, Flick has made that call. It came from him and him only. That's the end of it. And a lot of people are reading this as a punishment, as a message, because remember the context, guys. This is a player the club feel went to the World Cup carrying an injury, played through it, and has now come back for a month. There's real genuine anger there. Some people still don't believe the club are upset with Frenkie. Believe me, they are. They really are. And this feels like Flick saying, right, you're not sitting at home picking up your wages while the rest of us graft in preseason. You're with us, you're with the group, injured or not. And you know what? I'm actually with Flick on this one. I am, because preseason is a vital part of this campaign. Even if you can't play, you can't absorb the ideas, you can't be around the group, you stay part of the squad. So I'm glad he's there, but make no mistake, this tells you everything about where the relationship between Flick and Frenkie is right now. It's frosty, very frosty. Now let's move on to the Ferran Torres, because Ferran, guys, is still very much a Barça player, but for how long? That's the question. And here's where it stands right now. It looks, and let's be honest about it, as though Barça wants him to stay. They want him to stay. In fact, everything points to them wanting Ferran to be our main number 9 going into next season, to lead the line. And why do I say that? Because they're not doing anything else, are they? There's no other player we are approaching. There's no other striker being lined up. There's no plan B sitting there ready to go for the striker position. And that brings me to Álvarez, because I'm just going to say it plainly, guys. That deal is not happening. It is off. Atletico won't deal with us. They've knocked everything back. Real Madrid struck their nose into the chaos, and Barça have not been able to force it through. So if you're sitting there still holding hope for Julián Álvarez, I'd let it go. It is not happening. The number 9, as things stand, is Ferran Torres. Now the problem, guys, and it's the big one. Ferran is a free agent in 1 year's time. 1 year. And he doesn't seem all that interested in renewing. There's a real interest from Paris. He seemed quite keen on linking up with Luis Enrique over there. And there's interest from Atletico too. So Barça could keep him this season, use him as a number 9. and then watch him walk out the door for absolutely nothing next summer. That's the risk. Do you keep a player who might leave for free, or do you cash in now while he still has value? What would you prefer it to be? Let me know down below, because it's a genuine dilemma. Now, I've got to take you away from Barça for a moment, guys, because there is a massive story in the game right now that affects every single one of us, and it's about FIFA, because FIFA essentially are trying to sell off a chunk of the World Cup. Let me explain. Gianni Infantino has come up with this idea to set up a new company. They're calling it FIFA Forward Enterprise, and it would bundle up all the money-making bits of the World Cup, the broadcasting rights, the sponsorship, the ticketing, all of it. And then they want to sell a 20% stake in it to private investors. The whole thing is valued at around $20 billion. They're working with JP Morgan Bank, and the anchor investor lining up is the firm called Thrive Capital, owned by Joshua Kushner, whose brother is married to Donald Trump's daughter. So you can see the picture from here, can't you? And here's how Infantino getting it through. He's gone to FIFA's 211 member associations and basically dangle the cash. Accept my plan, you'll get up to $40 million. Reject it, and you'll only get around 10 million when it goes through anyway. So he's leveraging all the smaller federations who rely on that FIFA money to outvote the big confederations who hate this. They've got until 19th of September to decide everything. And UEFA are furious, are absolutely furious. They've called it crossing a line football's governing institutions should never cross. Even Sepp Blatter of all people, came out and said no one has the right to sell our game. Now, here's my honest opinion, guys, and I know some of you will disagree. As much as I don't like this, I really don't. I find it a little bit funny hearing people say, oh, I can't believe football is being sold. Because where have you been? That happened years ago. Look at the ownership across the Premier League. Look at the state-owned clubs. Look at the private equity money that's flooded into the sport. Barça are one of the very few elite clubs left that haven't sold their souls to outside investment. So this was inevitable. FIFA saw the money, they saw the opportunity, and they're taking it. That's the game we signed up for now, sadly. But the World Cup, guys, the World Cup belongs to everybody. It belongs to every nation. It's about the spectacle. It's about bringing the world together. It's about the moments we just had this summer and turning into an investment asset for a private equity that doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't. And finally, guys, quickly, a little farewell. Marcus Rashford was on Instagram and he posted what looks very much like a goodbye to Barça. He said he really enjoyed his time, that it was a positive and memorable experience for him, that he'll take special memories with him, and he wished the club and all the supporters all the best of luck the next season ahead. And that, to me, is not a player who think he's staying. We went down the Anthony Gordon route instead. So it looks like it's back to Man United for Marcus Rashford. And you know what? I wish him all the best. Genuinely, we appreciate what he gave us last season. So, there we go, guys. Frenkie and Flick at odds. Ferran staying as the number 9 with Álvarez off the table. The FIFA store and a Rashford goodbye. Let me know your thoughts on all of it down in the comments, especially that FIFA situation. I really want to hear where you stand on that one. I'll see you very, very soon, but until next time, guys, as always, Visca el Barça.